Okay, hello. We're here on a weekday night. Lots been going on. Might be transitioning jobs. That's kind of a long story, but and honestly, like most things in life, it just kind of happened to me. So I don't know, but maybe it won't work out. What I have here today is end of Act 3, clear to Mephisto. So, how did I get here? Well, I completed the quest, progressed through the story after Act 2. And I did about 2 levels extra of grinding, so my character is 27. I could have gotten straight at 25. Gotten a lot stronger since then. So let's go over my stats. As usual, most of my points are in Vitality, but I do have enough Strength and Dex to make gear work. I actually don't really need points in mana because with gear and everything, and like most of my abilities costing like 2 mana, it's just not really necessary. Where's my build? Okay. We're progressing healthily in War Cries, pretty much 1 point in everything. We do get access to Grim Ward, which gains Find Potion benefits now. So now enemies will end up taking quite a bit of extra damage thanks to this synergy. I haven't invested any more in Find Potion because its usefulness has scaled off a little bit in terms of gold is not best farmed by selling potions. But it got me to where I am today, and it continues to actually be very good when I'm progressing through the zone, and I don't have to constantly go back and refill and try and figure out stuff to sell. So I'm still using Shout to improve my defense, Battle Orders for life and stam, mana, Battle Cry to reduce enemy damage and defense. Easier to hit them, I take less damage, so that's pretty much my tanking situation. Now Combat Masteries kind of looks similar again. I just have the point in Stamina because the Stamina, Iron Skin, and Increased Speed, just because the first point gives you so much value, and now I have 8 points in Blade Mastery, just for more sword damage. Similarly, I am just skipping the dual wield points. To be completely honest, I don't necessarily need Leap Attack, but these are 2 points that could be somewhere else with this kind of path that I'm on. It could be 2 more points in Blade Mastery. But that Leap Attack is really nice when you're traveling in the jungle. And you can hop the river, or you can hop away. And it does do enough damage to the point where you're able to kind of clean up packs of light mobs. So that's really nice too. What does my gear look like? We're using the same shield, a sword, chest, and shield. We're using Malice on a broadsword. We're using Stealth on a chainmail. I've actually been trying to replace this, but it's good chests are hard to find, for one, and for two, they're expensive if you're trying to gamble them, so it's just not easy to get a chest. And this shield, because of resistances, gives so much resistance, almost 50 all-res, 40 all-res. I have been working up my resistances a lot, and so I'm way over-capped using this shield, but I just don't feel comfortable not maxing my reses. So what I've been trying to do is slowly gear up all these pieces to get some res, and then eventually I'll be able to get rid of the shield and go to a two-hander and transition to like Whirlwind or something like that at level 30, which is very close. But for now, that's just not where I'm at. My chest, my helmet. I got a socketed rare off a gamble. I threw in a max damage and attack rating jewel I found, just kind of random. I didn't want to use a rune or thought about making it magic find, but I determined I just needed a little bit more damage because I was kind of slacking on that, to be honest, but I am using one-handed shield, so kind of is what it is. My necklace, I have life regen to counteract the malice, life degen, and I also have 9% magic items. I might actually swap that out for this fight, now that I think about it. These gloves, I got these really awesome gloves. I got a tiny bit of magic find, reduce freeze, reduce poison length, and tri-res. You know, obviously we could have way better rolls here, but the affixes themselves are perfect. Can't believe I got those. This ring, 3% life stolen per hit, and some M-Find just kind of helped me just have a little bit more natural life regen when I'm sitting there tanking. I think I do have some life steals somewhere else, or at least, no, I used to. I took that off. My belt is fine, double res, strength life. The big thing is the 12 slots, so I got full potion set up. Ring. Oh, here it is, the extra life stolen per hit. So both of them. A lot of attack light rating, double res, and a little magic reduction. Really awesome ring. And my boots. Boots, I got 10% run walk, enhanced defense, not that good. 23% M-Find, cold fire res. Interesting thing here is I do have that 5% Frost Nova Windstruck, and I also have 10% level 3 Nova Windstruck, so I kind of have just a little extra AoE clear when I'm getting mobbed by a ton of enemies, and that has actually come up a couple times as being pretty nice, got me into some sticky spots. My charms, kind of just greatest hits album here. I think I have like one or two that are like kind of iffy, like, you know, these add a little lightning damage. Otherwise I'm mostly looking for resistances, life, and damage, so I might wear... I could get into maybe another charm just for a little extra power. I might use this 15 poison damage over 4 seconds, and I'm just going to run this. Okay, so how is my stash doing? So I'm using my personal as kind of a sheet. That reminds me I need to go grab a follower. Shared, this is kind of just some of my most recent loot. I found this really amazing axe for twinking. Can equip it at level 11 and it has reduced requirements. 31 to 58 damage. That with a little bit of axe skill is going to go off really hard. So when I get some twink gear that covers resistances so I don't have to use Ancient's Pledge, it's going to be really awesome. I did find a unique sword. I've just been kind of collecting. You can re-roll rings basically and all that, so 3 to 1. While you roll rings into amulets, the amulets into rings. Otherwise, just have a bunch of random stuff in here right now. I've kind of reworked this tab a little bit. Mostly it's servicing my gems, my gold find set that I'm working on for eventually making use of that. I didn't actually use that because the stuff I was farming the consoles, and maybe I'll even show a run of what I've been doing for the past 2 levels. You actually don't get a lot of EXP for it, but it is normally at least one rare a run, along with like a rune or some gems. And then I just have some more gear, a couple set pieces. I got 2 pieces of Kleagles, so that, I'm kind of curious to see where that turns out, because it's required level 4, so that could be really awesome on a starter. Got Eisenhearts, the Arctic Binding, which I'm no longer wearing. So I just have some kind of interesting pieces here. Nothing like to write home about, you know. I mean, obviously I think I'd be wearing it if it was really awesome, because I'm not at the point where I'm kind of wearing just the best pieces I can find individually. In addition here I set up some mules because stash space was getting pretty rough, so I have my runes tab, which is looking pretty good. I have similarly a charms tab that we don't really need to look at, and then starter weapons, which is some like kind of lower level twink stuff. I'll show you, kind of showcase a run really quick on the consoles and what I'm doing, and then I might gamble one last time, but then we'll go for the Mephisto. So you reload a new game, I go to the Trevenical. What's really nice about this is that it's always right here. It's the guaranteed spawn over here, so it's a very fast run. So I put on my 2 stats. So what I'll do is I'll try and leash a couple of these council members because they do heal each other. Okay, so here, and what happens is 3 rares spawn. So that's one of them. Oh, we got one right here. I try and kill him last because he has stone skin. And that makes it tough to kill. My damage has gone up a lot. I used to be kind of struggling through this stuff. Use a little concentrate. See what I mean about the heal in the top, this life bar? Like, you kind of just have to get lucky sometimes, or try and clear out lower level stuff first. So there we go. So normally I'm trying to pick up a few items here that might be of value. That great helm. Should sell actually. I guess doing a run I should have thought about how I'm doing my inventory here a little bit. It's fine. And damage that will sell. I'm going to come back for that sword. And I think this is iron guy. His life isn't appearing. It's really weird. I actually haven't seen it. Okay, so basically what I do is I do that run. I would use Deckard to identify. Go to Ormus. Sell that, so there's 3k. Again, I'd have a tiny bit more inventory space, but then I'm basically just trying to check for good stuff to sell. Those normally sell pretty good, 5k. So it looks like I'm going to pick up like an extra. I'm not going to bother too much, to be honest. Do an identify. That is that really an upgrade? Attack rating 827, 844, 396. It's like I lose the bonuses of open wounds minus target defense. Lots of defense per hit, so I still think I can't wear that, although that's a really good sword. I'm going to hold on to that. I'm going to grab 2 more mana potions, maybe do some last gambles. Grab my follower. I'm running the Act 2 Mercenary for the Blessed Aim aura he gives, which improves attack rating significantly, which is going to be really important to killing some of these early guys, but the difficulty with that is he will probably die fairly fast. I don't expect him to last the whole fight, so I've kind of upped his resistances a little bit with this chest. In this helm, cold poison on that, and lightning fire on that, so that's actually really great. And then he's using this ethereal helm. I had one with more defense on it, a chest, but an ethereal, but I just want the resistances right now. So for gambling, I think it's going to make the most sense actually to gamble a chest or 2. Because I really like where my gloves are at, I like where my boots are at. Circlets are really good as well because they have like a lot of plus skills mods, but I just am not living that luxury yet. So this is a really nice feature of D2R, otherwise you'd have to like close your game and reload, which is I'm fine with changes like that. I think that makes a lot of sense to do that. That's one of the only quality of life things I've noticed since I've started playing. Man, I just can't get it. Oh, there's a tower shield there. That could have been kind of cool. Or maybe it was the Gothic shield, actually. I could gamble weapons. That could definitely be really interesting. I could use a new socket base. Okay, so here's Fillblade there. Look at that price, 63k. Basically, what we need to do is... I don't need any of these stats, right? So I'm using it for the faster run walk, the faster hit recovery, and the poison resistance. That's really it here. And it has a decent defense too. So this could basically roll into almost anything. Faster hit recovery. I don't think that alone is going to be enough for me to warrant using that. Cold res, poison length, I just don't think that's it either. So there kind of goes some gold. It's actually a lot of gold. I don't know if I'll gamble those a lot anymore, to be honest, but just in case I die. Put all the gold to the shared stash. Move some stuff out of the cube. I don't think I have too much left to do here. I might bring a couple extra full heal potions, just in case I need those during the fight. I won't find those in the dungeon. So, I think we're ready here. Oh, I think I could have taken my pearl. Yep. Durance of Hate. I've been in here exploring once. It's kind of an interesting zone. Mob types, it's actually not very busy. So, it's a little curious. It's like ominous, like I'm waiting for a pretty big fight, but it just doesn't come. Wow. Okay, I thought that might have been the one right there. There's only one socket. I thought it was maybe more sockets. So you can see with battle orders, maybe not battle orders, whatever. I'm getting a 562 life, so okay, rare pack. There's a Nova going off. Couple things for sustain. I'll probably sell that before I get down there. Half freeze duration. I have a lot of those rings. Probably sells decent. It seems to be a mod that sells well. As you can see, I am very tanky with the defense buff. Average chance that enemy would hit me was 41%, so it's pretty good. Level 2. The game doesn't have any buff timers, which is interesting. Wow, we're just finding some random shit nicely in here. I don't know if that warrants using. Just over the simple fact of run speed is also useful for positioning. I've been really enjoying Act 2. Sorry, 3. The game has been really, I feel like, respectful of my time. I'm able to find upgrades that are meaningful, but it's certainly rare, and it makes getting them really exciting. Come on, Seamfester the Dragon.
I can't carry anymore.
Let's go do some sales. I think I have to sell that chest I found. It's just not as good of an upgrade as it could be. Like, over just a pinch more defense, like, you just can't. It's not justifiable. I'm trying to go back, not as much right now, since I am kind of trying to make that push. As you can see, I have a lot of move speed. I got 10% on my boots. I actually have some 20% blue boots, but that's the only stat they have. As you can see, that Nova is taking some damage in there. That Nova does proc enough for them to be noticeable, and I'm appreciating it. And it probably helps that I have 2 items with it. I have kind of not theory crafted, but for a while I was collecting a lot of gear like that, because I was wondering, like, okay, well, how strong could I make a guy? It's like thorns, and I focus on defensive stats and basically just running through mobs. But I think that would be a paladin, because they actually have a thorns aura. Okay, Durant's level 3. This looks like the same layout as last time I was here, so I wonder if this is always the same. Council members again. Definitely taking some damage, but we're dealing some damage as well. Breastplate. Wow. It's my 4th, maybe 5th. Is that the one I have? Eisenhart's Horns. That is the one I have. Interesting. Let's go drop this off. Yeah, Eisenhart's Horns. Probably not a lot I used to have 2, other than the fact that you can die with 1, but I'll check how my potions are doing. Just top off a little bit. Oh, yeah, I've been down here because I saw that portal and I figured that's where he is. Looks like I don't have a follower right now. See, and here's about where leap. Oh, okay. I was going to say this is where leap comes in handy, but didn't come in handy there. Oh, another council member. Good for some. Concentrate damage. Sheesh, getting some good stuff. And it's sellable. It's like a stairs here, but we can't get into it. Maybe I have to go to the other side. Oh, that is the guy. I was not prepared for that. Okay, let's gotta rehire a follower. Let's do it. Again, we're gonna go for the battle cry. Battle orders. Oh, it is battle orders. Shout.
My
Fucking easy, dude. I could have been farming him.
Maybe now
Jeez.
the world will have peace.
Mephisto's Soulstone.
Hello.
Shadowfang. That is looking pretty good. Ethereal though cannot be repaired. That is really unfortunate. I might make that my second set. Just gonna do a damage check, 72 to 188. It's too bad it's ethereal.
Our faith in you was well deserved, but Diablo has... Greetings.
That's pretty crazy for a level 3, unless there's like a strength requirement. It's not that much. I might have to go do that to the other spear I have.
I am overburdened. Greetings.
It's really not that great. Not that great either. Not getting good luck on these drops here.
No.
That was a pretty big set of drops though. A lot of rares.
I am overburdened. I need a key.
Just kind of peeking around back here.
Yes. Good evening.
Socketed on there is pretty cool. I might keep that mace class. And throw. That's my first throwing rare. I might have to keep it for that reason. It's pretty cool. I can always sell it later. That's it, guys. Not a musings video. It's not like a therapeutic kind of night. Just kind of a push and upload just because I can. So, I'll see you later.